That's BHAMREADY to 38276. I shared this note last week, but it's worth repeating. Our Safe Haven program, offering during Thanksgiving week, as you all know, school is out this week. The City of Birmingham Safe Haven After School Program is partnering with Page Balance during the week of Thanksgiving week. They're titling it Remain What You Retain initiative, which is designed to help our students keep learning even while they are on break for the holidays. Educational professionals are working with students this week through Wednesday, November 27th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Central Park, Inslee, Fountain Heights, MLK, King, and Memorial Rec Centers. And for more details, please reach out to Park and Rec at 205-254-2391. A separate note, the City of Birmingham and the National Park Service will host its inaugural Holiday Harmony Open House at the A.G. Gaston Motel. It'll be Saturday, December 7th. This is a free public event and special community viewing of the historic A.G. Gaston Motel. The program will be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The lobby and the courtyard will be filled with local storytellers, performers, vendors, as well as entrepreneurs. The address for the historic A.G. Gaston Motel will be monitored soon. It's 1510 Fifth Avenue North, and that's 1510 Fifth Avenue North. Told you all we would share this every week, and we'll continue to do that as we come upon this hosting the annual tree lighting. City of Birmingham is excited to host its tree lighting in partnership with the City Council and holiday block party Sunday, December 8th. It'll be in front of City Hall on Short 20th Street North. There will be food trucks, music, and the lighting of the Christmas tree. The event is from 4 to 7, and the tree lighting will be at 5:30 p.m. as attendees are encouraged to bring in their own lawn chairs to enjoy the evening.
I'm not sure what audio is coming from.
Council proud to announce the appointment of two
They can hear us on the
positions
screen.
on the board. One is Dr. Andre McShann.
Your sound's going out.
Dr. Andre McShann is the assistant professor in the Department of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation. Again, that's Dr. Andre McShann. The other is Dr. Monique Gardner Witherspoon. She currently serves as the associate dean and associate professor in the Arlene Keesey School of Education at Stanford University. Both of their appointments will go into effect beginning January 1. Again, that is Dr. Andre McShann and Dr. Monique Gardner Witherspoon. I shared this yesterday with you, my last note working this morning. We were able to submit to you the budget on this committee. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Thank you, entire council, for attending the meeting. We were able to submit the amended budget, which included, starting with our employees, a 3% COLA, cost of living adjustment for all employees, a 5% merit raise for all eligible employees, longevity pay for all eligible employees, as well as no internal employees. There is no additional out-of-pocket costs or increase related to their health care benefits and or pension contributions.
So like
Related to neighborhood revitalization,
Oh.
it's about $20+ million. Street surfacing, resurfacing $15 million. Sidewalks $1 million.
Like if I'm talking, you can hear me.
Demolition $1.5 million and $2.75 million. And on top of the $16 million that you all supported the police recruitment and retention program that you approved in October. Police Department's budget is going from 115 to 124 million dollars for their clothing area for additional services to enhance public safety. Mr. President, Council, that concludes the report.
We have a couple of presentations this morning, so without objections,
Shows the sound.
the presentations, these are nominated, so
coming from?
Good morning, council. I want to present to you the Birmingham City Middle School volleyball champions, the Phillips Academy volleyball team. So it's a huge accomplishment, of course, and we wanted to recognize all of the students on the volleyball team and also recognize Coach Connor opportunity to say a little bit about their work throughout the past season and how everything that led up to this accomplishment. So,
Good morning. So first and foremost, I'm super hard on them, and I demand discipline and hard work, and throughout the spring and summer, they demonstrated what we worked hard towards. So with that, we're the city champions, undefeated this season.
We'd like all the players to one by one, you guys come up to the mic, say your name loud and clearly, and tell us what position you play and what grade you're in. So,
Hello, my name is Max Smith, and I'm in 7th grade, and I'm the senior.
Hello, my name is Sanaya Conley. I'm in the 7th grade and I play defensive specialist.
I'm Janaya Lewis, I'm in 7th grade, and I'm a setter.
I'm Kennedy Greer, I'm in 7th grade, and I'm a defensive specialist.
I'm Taylor Gardner, I'm in the 7th grade, and I'm an outside hitter.
I'm in 7th grade. My name is Hannah Ackland. I'm a setter.
My name is Mackenzie McDonald. I'm a defensive specialist or outside hitter. I'm in 7th grade.
Good morning, my name is Alana Simeon, I'm in the 8th grade, and I'm a defensive specialist.
My name is London Boone, I'm in the 7th grade, and I'm a defensive specialist.
My name is Autumn Smith, I'm in the 8th grade, and I'm a right side hitter.
Good morning, my name is Edison Kimball, I'm in the 8th grade, and I'm a setter.
Good morning, my name is Mackenzie Lewis. I'm in the 8th grade and I am a setter.
My name is Riley Lewis, and I'm a setter.
Good morning, my name is Nina Hughes. I'm a middle hitter.
Good morning, my name is Justin Goldsmith, and I'm an outside hitter.
Good morning, my name is Madison Surreal. I'm in 7th grade and I'm the outside hitter.
Good morning, my name is Saraj Cole, I'm in 7th grade, and I'm a middle hitter.
Good morning. My name is Lee Thomas, and I'm an outside hitter. I'm in 8th grade.
once again, these are your Birmingham City Schools middle school volleyball champions for 2024. Also this morning, we have a presentation from Zero to Zero Foundation. So at this time, we'll ask Mr. Caleb Smith to come forward for that.
just that speaker from over there. Turn the sound up for this so it will pick up that.
All right, well, good morning. Thank you guys for an opportunity to present on behalf of the 00 Foundation and more importantly, on behalf of our kids. It's a pretty sweet transition. I'm not going to call the kid's name out because I don't want to embarrass them, but one of our kids is actually on that volleyball team. So we didn't know that was happening. That's really cool. My name is Caleb Schmidt. I'm the founder and the executive director of the 00 Foundation. I've got Amandre Johnson, who is our Phase 2 program coordinator, Will Stroud, who is our Phase 1 program coordinator. We want to be short with our time today. We want to sum up in 5 ways what is the work that we're doing and ultimately how we want you guys to come alongside of that. We're going to do that by addressing what we think the problem is, how we're looking to solve that with a solution, who we are serving, what we think the multiplication impact of our vision is, and then ultimately how you guys can get involved in that. And to help do that, I'm going to allow Khalil to address what the problem and the solution are.
Thank you, Caleb, for the introduction. Good morning, district counselors. So the problem for 00 lies in the narrative that for children growing up in underserved communities, their best bet at success comes from becoming a professional athlete. But what this narrative does is it completely overlooks the broader inequalities surrounding the lack of career and socioeconomic development, as well as resources in these communities. And it also gives these kids so much hope that they'll be able to one day substantially change their circumstances, as well as their family circumstances. And while that may be true, we've seen that story in our own city. For the most, their professional career in sports ends before it even gets the chance to begin. And what that does for kids growing up in tough conditions, it makes that hope even slimmer to hold on to. And so we have some data that 3.9 million high school students are expected to graduate in the U.S. in 2025. But there are only 180,000 scholarships given out by the NCAA each year. So 4% of those high school graduates will get the opportunity to play sports at the collegiate level. Less than 2% of that 4% will get the opportunity to play sports professionally. So 0.009% of that 3.9 million will ever get the opportunity to receive the benefits of a professional athlete's salary. And so 00's solution to this problem is to increase the shelf life of that hope for our youth through a series of programs and touch points that we have developed, all centered around establishing relationships, building a sense of community, and enhancing skills, essentially equipping our youth with the tools and the network that they need to pursue equitable and realistic career path and define success for themselves.
Good morning, y'all. How are y'all? So, who do we serve? We serve kids and families that come from y'all's backyard, pretty much, and they come from each of the districts. So there are about 118 kids in 00 Foundation, and right now there are 2 phases. In phase 1, there are 109 kids from the ages of 6 to 12, and then in phase 2, there are 9 kids who have graduated from phase 1 into phase 2, and it's 9 of them from the ages of 13 to 17. So we also get our kids from the Birmingham City School System. Those schools being Barron Elementary, Avondale Elementary, Oliver Elementary, and WJ Christian.
Yeah, and we've got folders here that we'll get to you that kind of break down exactly where those kids are coming from and which districts they're coming from so far. But the most passionate, most important part of what we do is really the long-term vision. And this is where I get the most fired up, so forgive me if I get a little fired up here. But we believe in a genuine multiplication impact of what we're doing. You see, we think that if we give 10 plus years to the life of a child, that will yield a 100-year return. And we look at that in 3 ways. We think there's a personal multiplication that takes place there. In other words, when our kids become successful, it is not just their success. it becomes their children's success, it becomes their grandchildren's success. And any cycle of poverty that they've ever existed in has now become a cycle of success personally. But it's not just personally, it's community multiplication. We believe that when one of our kids is successful, they become a source of aspiration for the same kids that have come from their community, that have come from their neighborhood. And when they see someone that looks like them, that talks like them, that comes from the same tough experience as them be successful, it inspires them and inspires them to be successful in their own right. And so beyond just the personal and the community side, we think there's a civic multiplication. We believe that when a child is successful and they graduate into the corporate space or into the civic space or into whatever space it is that they become successful in, they take their voice, they take their experience, they take all that they have into impacting corporate rules and corporate policies and civic legislation and laws that directly impact the types of families, the types of experiences that they come from. And so we think that if we do the work of investing in these kids' lives for the long run, we won't see it ourselves, but the next generation will. And that's what we care about. We care about impacting the next generation. And so in terms of what we need, in terms of what that looks like, in terms of why we are here today, there's really two reasons. The first is just awareness. We are working incredibly hard every single day to build relationships within Birmingham City Schools. We're struggling with it. And so what we need is your relationships. We need your influence. We need your ability to get into these schools, to get in front of these administrators, these principals, these teachers, these children, these parents, to tell them the story of what we're doing, because we will see growth if that happens. The kids that we have today aren't because we've mass marketed what we're doing. The kids we have today is because when we say we're going to do something, we do it. And we stand by our word in that. And so if we have that opportunity to get in front of those families, we will grow within the Birmingham City Schools. So there's an awareness element to what we're doing. But above and beyond that, there's a financial impact of this. Today our organization is small. This is our team right here. We're serving 118 kids, the three of us are. And so that's going to have to change. We're going to have kids that are going to graduate into our third phase. We're going to have to fine-tune some of our strategic growth strategies over time. We will add more kids. And so where we are today is not where we are going to be 5 years from now. It is not where we are going to be 10 years from now. And in order to accomplish that, we can't just depend on corporate foundations and family giving and individuals who have bought into what we're doing. We need y'all support in that as well. Because genuinely, we believe if this is successful, it will be a positive impact on this city. And so yeah, we've got some folders here for you guys. We will leave these for y'all. But again, thank you so much for the opportunity to come and tell our story and to more importantly advocate on behalf of the families that we represent.
Mr. President, I have a question because I stepped out. I apologize. What services do you do for the families again?
Yeah, so there's a breakdown of services that we provide: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1, it's a combination of camps and clinics that we provide. We provide tutoring services, we provide academic resources. Phase 2, for some of our kids, we provide counseling services. It's really tailored to the age of the child. In other words, we're more workforce development oriented, but a 7-year-old doesn't know what they want to do when they grow up. And so what we do is try to establish an authentic relationship in phase 1 that then allows us to grow into more of the career workforce oriented items as they mature into their teenage years.
Okay, do you outsource like the counseling?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we're very collaborative in nature. Okay. We work with outside organizations on a lot of our services and programs.
Okay, same with the tutoring. So are the skills only camps at the rec centers or at the schools? How are you organizing those?
All over the place. Yeah, we will partner with venues and George Ward Park, for instance, when we do a tennis clinic, we'll partner with George Ward Park to do that.
Okay, so I have April 1 Gym. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, we're partnered with them.
Oh, perfect. Because
Yeah.
I was just thinking that would be great with Orlando Coleman and Coach
Yep.
Dale. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, we have a membership for our phase 2 students.
Gotcha.
So when they enter into
Okay.
phase 2,